Hey everyone, welcome to the Seeds of Success podcast, hosted by Dottie San Martin and myself, Orly Rivera. This show is your weekly dose of knowledge, insights, and actionable tips to transform centers into striking successes. Whether you're a seasoned industry professional or just stepping onto the lanes, we've got you covered. So Dottie, AI is everywhere right now, but today we're focusing specifically on how bowling and entertainment centers can actually use it to grow revenue and save time. A lot of operators hear AI and they think it's complicated or maybe too expensive. But there's some really practical ways centers can use it today.
Yes, you are so right. And the best part is that many of these tools are already right there. They're affordable. They're right there. They're very easy for you to access and easy to implement. So let's talk about the three ways that AI can be used in bowling centers.
Yeah, I'd say the first is, AI for smarter marketing. AI helps centers, market more consistently without adding staff. For instance, your social media captions, email campaigns, event promotions, birthday offers. It helps smaller centers compete with larger brands. When they don't have as much staff, you could use this for your, use it to your advantage. What would you say marketing tasks that take the most time for operators would be?
Well, gosh, first of all, I want to say that we've talked about being disciplined in your marketing. And this is really a good way that you can create that discipline, right? You can leverage your AI to do that. Imagine this. So one of the ways that you can use it is, let's just say you have an in-center flyer about an event that you have coming up this weekend. You could load that into AI and prompt it to create a Facebook post for you, or language for an email campaign, or even captions for Instagram. And, what might take you an hour is going to take simply minutes. And I want to preface, before we get too far into this show, Orly, I want to say, always, always, always make sure that you are putting that human element of review and logic into everything that you generate from AI. Always make sure that you are not just taking what comes out and pushing it through, right?
Yeah.
So that would make it to where it was so much easier. We're not asking AI to replace creativity, Orly. We're simply wanting it to speed up or spark additional thoughts or create that those creative juices to flow again.
Yeah, I think of it almost like as a virtual brainstorming session. If you think about it, if you don't have someone to talk to, use AI if somebody doesn't want to hear your ideas, give it to AI and they're going to share those ideas with you. So yeah, I totally agree with that. And the second one I would say is AI for operational efficiency. AI can help operators run leaner, reduce stress on staff, and make smarter decisions faster. A big one, staffing optimization. That's big. Predicting busy times, inventory forecasting, automated customer questions, and faster reporting and analytics.
Yeah. And Orly, this is really good. When it comes to things like operational efficiency, AI can really be leveraged. I think labor scheduling is a good, that's my least favorite thing to do is scheduling. Yeah. And I think this is a big opportunity for AI. Most centers are still building schedules based on really that gut instinct instead of actual traffic patterns. So AI can analyze historical data such as weather, school holidays, league schedules, local events, to actually help you predict better staffing needs. So, for example, Friday nights need more lane staff. Rainy weekends increased arcade traffic. League nights affect kitchen demand differently than open play. All of that can be loaded in to AI, and you can train your AI to help you tremendously by scheduling smarter instead of simply scheduling heavier.
Yeah. And before I move on to this next one, you mentioned scheduling. I remember having jobs, when I was younger, years ago, where you have that manager that's in the office and they're like, guys, I'll be out there as soon as I'm done making this schedule. It was like they were in office all day trying to figure out okay, I know we're going to be busy this day. So but this person's not available that day. Now, if you Orly's not available on Mondays and Thursdays, but Dottie is, but Dottie can only stay till this time. You pop that in there and say, can you try to help me figure, and they don't have to make it exactly just and do it all for you. Can you just give me some ideas on what might run a smooth schedule, especially with school starting back up or summer vacation coming up, and it's going to help you out. And then from there, like I said, it's a brainstorm. You take that and say, okay, this helps me a lot. I could go down a different path I wasn't thinking. So yeah, that's very important to do.
Work smarter, not harder. And we work smarter by knowing how to leverage AI.
Yeah. And another one I would say is, inventory and food waste. Food and beverage operations, are another huge opportunity. AI can help by predicting demand and reduce waste. Examples you could say is like ordering less perishable inventory during slower weeks, or forecasting higher pizzas or beer sales during tournaments, identifying high margin menu items.
Yes. Even reducing your waste by just a few percentage points can significantly impact your profitability. You look at it, we're not thinking just a day or a week. We're talking long term. If you are able to utilize AI and load in all of this data and have it spit out ways that you can be reducing your waste, that's huge. You look at the end of the year and you will be shocked.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And the next one, this one is one of my favorites because, AI for guest experience and revenue growth. I like money and I like customers and I like to give them a good experience. So those are two of my favorite. The best AI tools, they make the guest experience feel more personalized, not less human. Today's guests expect personalization everywhere, from streaming services to online shopping, and entertainment centers can start delivering the same type of experience. Dottie, how do you say centers balance technology with hospitality?
Well, really, by being more efficient and utilizing AI to do some of these repetitive tasks that you're having to do, it actually frees that staff up. You never are aiming to replace hospitality. Yeah. You're really wanting to enhance it. The goal is to remove all those repetitive tasks, and that way your staff has more free time for creating those memorable experiences with your guests. So instead of a staff member going through piles and piles of data or building reports, they can actually now interact with the guests, have those conversations, create upsell opportunity experiences, and solve problems faster for the guests. They're there. They have more time available to devote to that experience and create energy down on the floor. Be a part of that experience. We are in the hospitality business. Technology should create more time for hospitality, not less.
Yeah. And, we've talked about that in the past when it comes to like a kiosk. People think like, oh no, I'm not gonna, it's gonna do my part of the job. No, it's gonna help you with your job so you can do something else, or you can go down there and help the customers once that helps you out a little bit more, you're able to take and do something else that's more important. So yeah, I totally agree with that. It's not there to replace, it's there to help you.
And you marry AI and technology and you put those two things together, and the experience that you're going to be that you are going to be able to deliver is going to be amazing. Another way that you can leverage AI is to create more personalized marketing, right?
Yeah.
So, and what do we mean by that? Well, AI can help centers stop sending that same promotion to everybody. So for example, birthday families get party offers and league bowlers receive tournament promotions. Arcade guests get game card specials. So this level of personalization really increases both response rates and starts to generate that guest loyalty because they feel like you're actually talking to them and not just throwing something out there that really doesn't apply to them.
Yeah. Another one is smarter upselling. AI can also help increase revenue by recommending add-ons during booking. During online reservations, they could add arcade credits, upgrade food packages, reserve VIP lanes, add laser tag, escape rooms, or any other things that you might have that are extra things for people to add on.
Yes, and that's where when you add the technology end of it, guests spend more money simply because you're presented with the right offer at the right moment. And that's where technology too can come in. For example, here at Cubica AMF, our ability for customers to extend their play directly from the lane or order food and beverage directly from the lane, that is marrying technology with the need of the customer wanting to purchase something. So you marry AI and technology and great things happen as far as the guest experience. You're able to really leverage it to create those personal offers and, smarter booking recommendations and loyalty engagement, and use AI to review all of that and generate a better experience for your customer.
Yeah, when it comes to, upselling attractions and packages, I've did that plenty of times. I'm the perfect example. You see something, you're ordering what you want, and then you see, oh wait, I could add this, or oh look, for $10 more, you get this many more tokens for the arcade, or you could pick another attraction to go do, and that sells me. I'm like, okay, that's a good deal. I'm going to do it. So yeah, that's very important to do.
Yes, I completely agree. So you might be wondering, how do centers actually balance that technology and hospitality though, Orly? So you can use your AI tools to do things like summarize online reviews and identify reoccurring complaints and things like that. That makes your marketing more targeted and spot trends faster. And then for guest insights, you look at guests repeatedly that mention slow foods and the food service friction that they experience on like a Saturday night, or that families love glow bowling, or birthday party rate staff highly but mention confusing check-in. All of that can be analyzed through AI, and that is going to help you to deliver a better experience. It's going to take and leverage that AI to make the hospitality feel even more personal, right? Because you're able to solve these problems and fix these problems before they become a larger issue. Operators that learn how to use this data really are going to have a big advantage over those that don't in the days ahead. Centers that combine great hospitality with smart technology will create experiences that guests remember and want to return for. So we're going to leave you today with the 3 things that AI can help your center with today. Number 1, to be able to market smarter. Number 2, operate your center more efficiently. And number 3, create better guest experiences. The centers that embrace AI early may have a major competitive advantage over the next few years. Whether it's marketing smarter, running more efficiently, or creating better guest experiences, AI is really quickly becoming a competitive advantage in entertainment. So listeners, I really hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Orly, I think this is something that we can all wrap our heads around. And if not, we better get pretty comfortable with it, because it's here whether we want it or not, right?
Yeah.
Listeners, thank you so much for being a part of today's episode of Seeds of Success. With decades of industry experience, we're honored to share ideas, strategies, and trends designed to help entertainment centers like yours thrive and grow. Together, we're planting the seeds for a stronger, more successful future. I hope that you'll share this podcast with your team and industry friends, because the more seeds we sow, the greater the harvest. Until next time, try AI and continue to build success, one happy guest and one incredible experience at a time.